I'm so hot, I want to kiss myself. Oh, I've been singing that to myself in the mirror this week. Oh, what am I saying? Not this week. I do it every day. I'm so hot, I want to kiss myself. Oh! I found this recipe the other day, chili bean macaroni. I did not come up with this on my own. This comes from Dr. Barnard's Breaking the Food Seduction book. This has been published. It's been out for several years. Really good book for understanding why we crave the foods that we crave, and particularly the ones that we're trying to give up when we're starting our whole food plant-based journey. If you've got a hang up, you can't give up your chocolate, you can't give up your cheese, or whatever. It's a good book for helping you understand why it's so hard. So let's just get right on this chili bean macaroni. Okay, yeah, this is similar to the black bean hash thing that I made the other day, except that was with potatoes, and this one's going to have pasta, and that one was with black beans, and this one has dark red kidney beans. So it's kind of, totally different. Okay, the recipe starts out with cooking up a batch of pasta, and I had a bag of brown rice pasta, the macaroni kind. And this is alright pasta. I'm not like a big fan of brown rice pasta, but it was in the pantry, so I wanted to go ahead and use it all up. So I cooked up the whole bag. The recipe doesn't call for the whole bag, but I thought, well, I'll just cook up the whole bag, and then I'll use half of it for this recipe, and then I'll use the rest of the pasta for like a, chicken salad or something like that. Not a real chicken salad, but you know what kind of chicken salad I'm talking about. Okay, and in the Instapot, yeah! Whoop, whoop! I'm actually using the Instapot this time for its saute mode. Yeah, I love this. We'll talk about the saute mode in just a minute. I'm not going to slow cook this. I'm not going to pressure cook it. I just need the iPot for its saute mode and for its keep warm feature. Because when I made this, hubby wasn't going to be home for a couple hours, but we were all ready to eat. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and cook it all in the Instapot, and then I'll turn it on the keep warm mode, and we'll be done. Okay, so in here, you just have to press the saute button, and if you use the adjust key, you can adjust it from normal, which is medium heat, to more, which is high, and low, which is low heat, duh. And normal heat's it's just like medium heat, on the stovetop. So that's what I'm doing here. And then just to keep from wasting things, I want to water saute the onions, bell pepper, and celery with the juice from the canned tomatoes. Now the original recipe, I tweaked it from the book, because in that book they sauteed the vegetables in oil. We don't do that around here, do we? I used the plate for a lid because I just wanted to keep steaming the vegetables and get them tender. I need to buy one of those lids. Instapot has a glass lid that you can buy, and I'm thinking for my birthday I want a glass lid and an extra stainless steel liner. That's what I want for my birthday. Hint, hint. Okay, so once the onions and the bell pepper are tender and translucent, you got them all good and soft, then it's time to throw in the spices, which here is just like some dried cilantro, some chili powder, some cumin, some liquid smoke. Got a couple of teaspoons of that. And then the recipe called for tamari instead of salt. So, and it called for like a 1/4 cup of tamari, and I thought that was quite a bit. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start at a tablespoon and work my way up from there. So that's what I was doing there. In goes the tomatoes. Oh, and I'm sorry, the spices, when you throw the spices in, let them cook for about a minute, and then put the tomatoes in. All right, and then here's the dark red kidney beans, and the recipe didn't call for corn, but I wanted to put some corn in there for color. So I've got about a cup's worth of frozen yellow corn, and then that was one of those, for the beans, that was one of those 28-ounce cans of beans, and I just washed, rinsed and drained those off and threw those in there. And all I'm doing here is heating up the tomatoes and the beans and the corn, okay? And I wanted to taste to make sure that there was enough salt and flavor in there, which I thought it could go a little farther. So I ended up adding another tablespoon of tamari and another teaspoon of chili powder. Now, in the ingredients list posted at the end of this video and in the video description below, I have written out all the measurements that I actually put in this recipe. So you don't have to add to what I've already what I listed. Okay, so now everything is all heated through and it's all nice and hot, and I've got it all flavored like I want to. And I'm taking about half of the pasta that I cooked up, and I'm gonna fold that in. The heat from the Instapot will keep will warm the pasta back up. Make my pasta hot, baby. And then I'm just gonna use that plate that I used for a lid to serve everything up. There you go. Chili bean macaroni. That's pretty good. I liked it. I think the next time I make this, I'm going to add a little chipotle chili powder in there because I wanted it to be spicier and it just wasn't. The chili powder that's in it is good, don't get me wrong, but I was in the mood for like a little caliente. Is that right? Is that hot? I don't know. All right, again, the recipe comes right from Dr. Barnard's, what's the name of the book? I forgot. I'm gonna name of the book, Breaking the Food Seduction. Yeah. I also need to read his book, Power Foods for the Brain, because that's all about boosting your memory, and I certainly need that one. Whew. Gosh, I've read that book. I need to read it again. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. Have fun. Let's talk about this recipe in the comments below. Bye.